Hey everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm great. Let me take the lower third off right now. Dude's here. He just wants to be in today's video. That's fine. Maybe I'll let Dude do a video. It'll probably be dog or dog treat related. But today's is not a treat. Today's daily delivery is about the chaos of college sports. You might have noticed some weird stuff going on. And then we had this whole House versus NCAA settlement, solved it all. Didn't even last a month. I'll get into that right after I remind you to go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, or Dude will come pee on your bushes. He says yes. Dude, why don't you get on the couch now? I'll finish this daily delivery without you. He's a very good boy. House versus NCAA had a prolonged settlement period. And the two sides hashed it all out. Here's what we're going to do in there. And you're going to now have $21.5 million a year going to a system where student athletes will be paid revenue sharing. And all of the NIL deals will kind of fold into that. But the collectives didn't go away. Now, some of them were rolled into the athletic departments, but other ones said, hey, you're not the boss of me, which technically they weren't. This settlement couldn't tell the collectives to go away. So this is how the NCAA, in their wisdom, got around that. They decided that all of those NIL deals from the collective would still have to go through the new NIL Go system that will be evaluated for worth. But they decided, since these aren't deals that are going to be done by the universities, they're outside entities, they're going to be held to a higher standard. Yeah, look, this all went into place July 1. 3 weeks later, it's come apart. Well, not all the way, but it will. You know it will. And now the CSC, the College Sports Commission, or whatever that is, has said, okay, whoa, we got that wrong. I tell you what, if an NIL deal comes to a collective, it'll be treated just the same as one coming through the university. Again, though, you're not the boss of these collectives. And I don't think the courts are going to rule in your favor. So I would say before the start of football season, and probably much sooner, we're going to see an injunction filed against this NIL Go system. So there'll be an injunction blocking the settlement of another case. This is insanity. We seem to be absolutely headed to a free fall spending spree that can't be stopped by reason or a settlement through the courts. The schools that want to spend and want to buy players will do so. And I'm almost more comfortable with this than reverting to the under-the-table shenanigans, which I'm sure will go on. But now the collectives are still around. Now the collectives can still go get these big deals. They supposedly still have to have an NIL meaning to them, but it seems obvious that will be challenged. Someone is going to say, we need this quarterback. It's going to cost us $4 million. There's no NIL deal possible worth $4 million. We're going to court. I love college athletics. But right now, college athletics is headed to complete collapse. And while I knew the House settlement would not end all of the mess, I gave it more than 3 weeks. I seriously thought it would last more than 3 weeks. But it's already in collapse. We'll see where it goes from here. And we'll see if schools such as Kansas State's can keep up. Because this was supposed to level the playing field with what you might refer to as a hard salary cap on student athletes. It's now become a soft cap. In other words, here's the basic number you got to be at, but you can go over. And some schools with the resources will go over, way over. We might be entering the phase of college athletics when the schools with the biggest donors, not the most tradition and not the most value overall, the ones who can pony up the most cold, hard cash, are going to rule college football. Welcome to the national championship game in 2030. SMU against Texas Tech. Georgia and Alabama didn't even make the playoff. Hold on, maybe I do like this. What a mess. What an absolute mess. I go on vacation, light burns out, and all hell breaks loose. Boy, I'm never going on vacation again. That was a lie.